What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Outlier podcast. As always, I got my co-host busting the nut, getting ready for the topics at hand.
I just gooed. Just gooed on all over all of y'all.
Not the goo, not the gabagoo.
The fleegan flu.
But yeah, guys, welcome back to another episode. As always, we're gonna kick things off with the Would You Rather. This week we kind of mixing it up. We usually do comments, but as seeing you guys like to watch but not comment, we're gonna have to take some from AWOL's viewers, aka Roger. So the first one I'll read, and then he'll read the next two. Also, feel free to go ahead and comment and let us know what you guys would pick. We're interested in hearing your guys' thoughts on these topics here. Okay, so the first Would You Rather. What was the name of the person?
Fantasy.
He says, would you rather never get to see your parents again or only be able to see your parents for the rest of your life? Right? That's a hard one because obviously, well, I feel like it's not going to be hard for you, but for me personally it is. Because I love my parents, you know?
No, bro. I think you're misreading me, bro. I would go with my parents.
Really?
That's home, bro. Nobody else is gonna care about you like your
Even
parents.
your mom?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
That's true. But
like you're disposable to everybody else. Like you're only valuable. You're only valuable. This is to you too. You're only valuable to other people by what you can provide. Besides that, nobody else would be willing to take you in unconditionally other than your parents.
Yeah, so for me it's a hard one because that's important to me to be unconditionally loved and stuff, but to kind of not see the world because of that is a hard one for me, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the love I have for my parents is too strong. And I think about that all the time. Like I think about when my mom is going to pass away and how I'm going to deal with that. And, you know, because I'm a mama's boy. So that's very, very, very hard on me. So I would have to go with my parents, right? I'd rather see my parents forever, I guess. Yeah, that's hard though. That's hard for sure.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I'm dreading the day that my dad passes, honestly. So
really, I think about that all the time too, man. It's rough, right?
I don't know about no damn all the time.
No,
but...
I do, man. Yeah, especially when someone passes, like my grandparents, like one of my grandparents, or you know, because they're getting older and stuff, and I'm like, damn, she's getting up there, man. So it's only a matter of time, right?
Yeah, you know what I find interesting is kind of funny how when you're a baby, you focus on like birthday parties or parties, right? You start to grow up, and then it's like the quinceañeras or the sweet 16s. Then you start to get invited to the weddings, and then later on in life, you start to get invited to funerals. It's like crazy, bro. It's like you're celebrating birth. Then you celebrate accolades. Then you celebrate important trademark days of people's lives. And then you celebrate, you know, the passing of someone's life, which is kind of crazy.
Are you going to come to my funeral when I die?
Hey, I'm not. You want me to cry in front of everybody?
No, I want you to do something crazy. Like
I show up because you are gonna die before me. That's a fact. So,
well,
I'd pull up.
I agree with you on that, but that's because statistically, the taller you are, the less lifespan you have. Statistically, right? And I mean, think about it. How many 6'3" grandpas do you see walking around at 7 years old? Tell me.
So you're telling me Hasbullah gonna finna live to like 120?
No, I'm just saying something about being tall doesn't call for a long-lasting life for some reason.
Well, yeah. Well, think about the heart, which is probably the most important organ, right? It has to pump blood all through the whole body, so it makes sense.
Especially with how fucking jacked I am, you know. That's gotta be tough. All those damn roids I be taking. I don't know what the hell you're laughing at, bro. You better compose yourself, Timmy Turner.
I'm composed. Okay, so shout out to Fantasy Guys. By the way, he makes music. It's pretty dope. You can find him on Spotify and all these other platforms. Anything that streams music. Shout out to him. But I got somebody else in my chat. Lazardi. Shout out to Lazardi. Would you rather never know your wife is cheating on you or find out the son you raised wasn't yours? And now he's all grown up.
Yeah, that's an easy one for me.
Same.
Obviously, I'd rather know that my wife's cheating on me. Like 100%.
Well, never know.
Oh, never
Right.
know? Wait, never know. And then what was the other one? Would you rather
You find
never
out.
know?
Yeah. Would you? No, no, no. Would you rather never know your wife is cheating on you, or find out that your son was never yours after he's been grown up?
I'd rather never know.
Right. I mean, that's
Yeah.
even easier, right? Because
Yeah.
even if you found out later on in life, it'll make it like I guess a little bit difficult. But I'd still much rather my son to be mine
Yeah.
than to like,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, we talked about that documentary a long time ago about the doctor that inseminated his patients, and a lot of fathers came forward and talked about how damaging it was for them to find out that it wasn't their child. They this whole time they thought it was their child and it wasn't their child. That's I mean, you're gonna be a father soon, so you can imagine, right? You have more of a connectivity to that than I do. Me myself, being single and not being close to having a kid, I could only imagine what that's like or what that could feel like. And raising a kid and taking it that far and seeing him become what you think is you, and then for it not to be true, is probably one of the most heartbreaking thing that you could do to somebody, right? I can imagine.
Facts.
So
Facts.
yeah, hell no. No thanks. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd rather not know that some nuts were busted in my wife
Mhm.
as
While-
opposed to
when you were at work.
me working hard, slaving it.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
come
Anyways.
home. Yeah, exactly. What's the next one, bro? Let us know what you
Okay,
think, guys, about this,
Yeah,
by the
for
way.
sure. So next one is by Lynn Lee. Shout out to her. Would you rather have to say everything you think of or never be able to speak again?
Would I rather say everything I think?
you. Yeah. I think feel like that's gonna be harder for you than it is for me.
Or never speak again?
Yeah.
That's easy. Never speak again. Yeah. I have
I thought so, bro.
I have so many thoughts that I just do not want to share at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not even like horrible stuff. It's just stuff that like, I'm like, man, I shouldn't be thinking this, but I am. Oh, well, no one's going to know. It's in my head, you know? And that's what's scary, right? Is because I feel like eventually technology is going to get to the point where you communicate using your mind and you don't really have your own thoughts. You know, your thoughts are gonna be words, and everyone could hear your thoughts. I feel like we're gonna get to that point, and hopefully I die before then, because motherfuckers gonna find out some shit about me. You know, I be having some crazy thoughts, dude. I don't want to share that shit. So I'd rather be deaf, or not deaf, but mute. Yeah.
Mute
For sure, 100%.
You'd rather not hear, so that way you don't say anything.
Yeah. What about you?
I would rather say everything that I think.
You rather really?
Yeah, 100%.
Bro, you can get your ass beat though. You know that,
That's
right?
fine, bro. That's fine as long as it's the truth. You know what I mean? I'd be castrated for things that I believe in. That's fine.
But it's not even like what you believe in. Like, so you don't have these thoughts that you're like, I shouldn't be thinking that, or like, man,
Yeah.
this is inappropriate, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, I do, but I just feel
And
like
you just don't care.
No, I just feel like that's a natural thing, and that I'd rather do that than never speak again. That's what it comes down to.
Nah, bro, I'd rather not speak, because I mean, you could speak, but with your hands, right? Sign language and stuff. So if you learn that, fuck it, you can still communicate. That's just me. I don't know. I don't know what your chat thinks, but I'm interested to know what you guys would pick in the comments, because I don't know. We're split on that one. I feel like I'm right.
Now I don't know. I feel like I'd much rather know what somebody's thinking. Like on the opposite side of the spectrum, I'd much rather know what everything someone's thinking of, and appreciate that, even the weird, crazy stuff, than to not hear them at all. Think about some of the appalling things that you think of.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people out there that become successful or famous for actually speaking out of things that other people are scared of speaking on.
Doesn't mean it's gonna be you. It just means you're gonna get your ass beat. You know?
I'm beating some ass. Fantasy says I would say everything that came to mind.
I don't know, bro. You guys say that now, but when you guys are getting your ass beat because you were thinking something you shouldn't be.
But when I beat your ass for not being able to speak up. Speak up.
I'm gonna grab your ankle, motherfucker.
Boom. But when I have a rope in my pocket and you're forced to let go?
That's a wrestling
Get
joke
outta here.
for those of you that don't understand. Anyways, those are the Would You Rathers. Again, for the fourth, fifth time, let us know what you guys think. And comment a Would You Rather for next week because we're running short on them. The first topic I want to talk about is something that happened in my the city I love, Los Angeles. Los Angeles City Council president resigns after racial remarks were leaked that she had made in the audio tape. Now, I'm going to play the audio tape for you guys. It's kind of, it's obviously racist, so keep that in mind. I'm going to play it, so you shut the hell up.
Martinez had some issues.
It's like black and brown on this float. And then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the float, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito.
Translation, little monkey.
They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like, this kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
Bonin tweeted that Martinez attacked our son with horrific racist slurs.
Yeah, so have you heard that clip or not?
I have not.
Inform
me.
Okay. Basically, she's talking about another fellow city council's kid, and the kid happens to be black, I believe. And she basically says that he's acting like a little monkey in Spanish, right? And so obviously that's very racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's racist, bro. That's racist. Anyways, yeah. So she had to resign after backlash. She wasn't fired or she wasn't demoted or nothing. She had to resign herself. And
yeah, well, that's kind of one of those things. Like, if you don't resign, you're gonna get fired.
yeah, for sure. Well, but yeah, that's.
I thought she hit him with like the N-word or something.
That's what I thought too. But that's pretty bad too to call.
Yeah.
I think it would have been different if she had said that about someone that was Latin or something, because that's very, I feel like, I don't know about you, but my parents used to say that about me when I was like super energetic and like bouncing off the walls,
Chango.
Yeah, they'd be like, you're being like the animal, you know what I mean? Not necessarily being racist, but yeah, she had to resign because of that. What do you think about that? Do you think
rightfully so? It's just not politically correct, and you don't want somebody like that in office, right? And I'm not surprised, especially because it was in a blue state, right, where people are extremely liberal, and that's that's even more not accepted over there, right, where people are all about equality and trying to treat each other, equal, and so yeah, I mean. Even in a conservative state, I don't think that's acceptable either. Like, that's just somebody who is tyrannical, in my opinion. You're trying to bring down somebody else you're trying to diminish somebody else, calling them like silly names to rise yourself. Like, that's just not somebody you want in a position of power. And so, yeah, rightfully so. Justice served.
Yeah, I mean, it's a form of bullying, right? And this is Bully Awareness Month, so. Rightfully so. Get your ass out.
Set a statement.
Get your ass out of office, right?
Yeah.
The next thing I want to talk about is Actually, from one of your viewers, they suggested this. They said they wanted us to talk about trans women being required to register for the draft. Now, I think this is correct, and this is how it should be.
Clip it. Clip it.
Wow, bro. I'm not
No,
afraid
I'm
to say
kidding.
that. The fuck?
All right, guys, we're gonna be
do you think?
moving the podcast to Rumble.
What do you think? Well, my opinion is that I think if men in general are required to do it, I think women should do it too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, why the hell not? Whether they serve a different role in war is, a different question. But I think everyone should be in it.
Yeah, I think there should be. I agree with you.
I don't think no one should be in it at all. Sorry, but I'm saying if men have to do it, I think women should have to do it too.
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
because everyone calls for equality nowadays.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good point. I thought that already, but it's nice that you clarified that. Having to sign, like, it'd be a good world for nobody to have to signing up, but the fact is we need it, and whenever we do need to do like a mandatory draft, both sexes should be able to or should have to sign up. Obviously, there's going to be more boundaries for the women because they give birth and stuff like that. So if they're pregnant, you can't. You're not going to go to war or stuff like that.
That's one of the reasons why they're protected in that is because, if we have 1,000 women still alive and only one man, we could still repopulate this country with one man.
Yeah.
As opposed to if it was the opposite, it would not, be possible.
Yep.
So that's part of the reason why.
No, yeah, you took a little bit of a safer approach than what I'm about to take. I just think that they're biological men, and that they need to sign up. Like in the state that we're in right now, where men have to sign up to be drafted, all biological men need to be signed up for that. That's just simple and plain.
What's the cutoff age? Do you know? I think it's like 25.
I
no?
do 25.
Damn. I got
I
1 year.
I just had to do that. You haven't done it?
What?
You haven't done it?
I'm 24.
Yeah, but you haven't signed up.
No, I signed up. I'm saying like
okay.
the cutoff age. I signed up when I was 18.
Can't you be still recruited? I think just the cutoff
Past 25?
I thought just to sign up was like the cutoff was 25.
No, I think I don't know. That's what I meant is like what's the age limit of being recruited?
No, I think you can still be recruited, bro, because
What about you?
For the job that I just applied for, I needed to prove that I was a registered for the draft if I needed to. And then I just needed to show proof. That was it. But
Yeah.
Fantasy's joining the military. I think he's going to be a Marine, and he just commented 35 is the cutoff.
Oh, 35. I thought it was 25.
You don't need to speculate.
You and I still got time then.
Yeah, well, 25 is the cutoff to sign up. Like you need to sign up before that. And everybody listening to this podcast, if you're already of age, as in 18, do sign up. Because it will affect you if you don't by the age of 25. Like if you want to apply for a federal job,
Why'd you take
won't be
so
able.
long?
No, I've been.
Didn't you say you just did it?
No. I just had to
prove
that I was signed up. Yeah, because of the job that I am applying for. But I mean I vote. So when you vote, you have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, right? Because when do you think the next war will be that we're in? Like, do you think in our lifetime we'll see another war?
Was Ukraine considered a war?
Well, we're aiding them, but I don't think we're directly involved in it. Like, we're giving them money and supplies and stuff. But as far as us being in like active war, I don't think so.
I would say that we would go through a war in our lifetime.
That's scary. That's a scary thing, bro.
Do you think we'll have a war in our lifetime?
Obviously, I don't think that because that's just I don't see that happening for whatever reason. But after COVID, anything's possible. I never in my life thought I would be locked up in my room, not going out for 7 days or whatever, because of a virus, and then being forced to wear a mask everywhere I go. That's just not something I could have even imagined that would happen worldwide, you know? So the fact that a war can happen again is not far-fetched at all. At all. So,
Yeah.
scary.
Lazardi said that he thinks there will be a war, just not grand enough to the point where we need to start drafting. He said Afghan was basically a war. I agree with that. I agree with everything that he just said. Like, there can be a war where the people that are already deployed. Because think about all the people that are deployed right now. Like, what are they doing? Like, not really much, you know?
Yeah. Paying off their Dodge Chargers.
Paying off their Dodge Chargers, getting the GI Bill, like doing all this.
Waiting to go home to marry their wife.
That's been getting slayed while they've been gone.
It's
Come on, military
it's
people.
crazy how that's a stereotype, but a lot of that is true, man.
Bro, it's so
It's
true,
true.
bro. It's
sad.
These guys just out there protecting and serving, all meanwhile just
Good old Becky's back at home, getting her muffin peeled back blue.
all while she's not doing anything. The house is paid for by the government.
Driving
the
his
car's
car.
paid for.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Damn. Sad world we live in. Now that we're on the topic about trans people, what do you think about trans women competing against biological women, or vice versa?
No. So men that transition into women competing with biological women. No. Absolutely not, bro. I mean, we've already seen examples of this. I think it's ridiculous to even consider that. Like, some of the organizations that have allowed it, they've already got so many backlash. I don't think they're ever going to do it again. Let's hope not, because it went to the point where there was a mixed martial arts incident where there was a biological woman versus a trans woman. Listen, I get it. There's anomalies out there where there is a female that is. I'll give you an example. There's probably a female out there that is stronger than me, but the strongest female will never be stronger than a stronger male, the strongest male. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how strong, fast, whatever you are, you will never be as strong as fast as the strongest male. You're just not biologically set for
you
that.
know what's sad about that statement is that it's true, but there's a lot of people that are gonna take that and say that that's hate or that's misogynistic, right?
Yeah.
But that's a fact, and I'm sorry if you guys don't like it, but that's just the truth. It's the way it is, you know?
Facts don't care about feelings.
Yeah, I mean, it's very true.
It's like, that's okay. I understand that's one of the men's pros, right? And that might be one of the females' cons. But there's a lot of things that women are good at and women's super high in value in that men can never do, right? Like the whole, like, they don't have to go out and get these extremely laborious jobs to make a good wage or to make a good money a year. Post feet pics. You make some good money. No, bro. Like Sarah was telling me.
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Sarah was telling me today, like, she came across these TikToks of these girls that they make bank like $5,000 a month just posting. Like, a guy's not gonna get, through that, and that's a pro of a female. Like, they can get away with their looks and they don't have to take on these hard laborious jobs. And
yeah, I mean, it's obviously right. Males could do that too, but it's for every one male that could do that, there's 10,000 girls that could do that. You know what I mean? So it's definitely not an even playing field when it comes to that, for sure.
what do you think about it?
I think I agree with you. I don't think trans women should be able to compete against biological women. It's just not fair. For instance, that MMA one that you were talking about, before she transitioned to female, she was also an MMA fighter against males, right? So male on male fighting.
Stunk it up.
And was horrible, like, and negative, right? Like something like 2-2 2 and 12, right? Like just getting shit on, bro. Please, oh, that's fucking gross, bro. Please don't fucking do that shit. What the fuck is that? That's disgusting, bro. What the fuck? What just made you want to do that?
Bro, you're cyberbullying me right now.
Bro. What was I saying? What was I saying, bro? You made me fucking... You got me all discombobulated over here.
That when the guy was an actual guy.
Oh, yeah. His record was fucking trash. Was like 2 and 12, like horrible, just getting knocked out every time. And he transitions and is going flawless. He's on the winning streak against women, and he's beating up all these women, or she's beating up all these women, and is like gonna be the new big star in town. And just like, that's obviously not fair. Like what changed? The level of competition, because he was still performing like a male, but was fighting women. So he was just beating up these girls, bro. And
let me throw a curveball at you.
just-
Do you think that they should create a different division for trans, like a trans division?
in an ideal world, that would be the best solution. But nowadays, people would fight against that, because that's like, they would claim you're excluding them, you're segregating them, you're not treating them like regular women or men.
I didn't think about that.
So they're gonna not like that. And then there's also the factor that there's probably not enough of them to make a all complete league, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very hard situation, and there's not an easy solution to it. And again, I don't want them to be excluded from competing, right? I think they should be able to. It's just there's not enough to make their own league, and they'll also feel segregated if they get their own league. Like, oh, we're not, why can't we fight with the other men or the other women? So it's just a lose all around. It's very complex, very touchy, and
yeah, exactly, bro. Like, one, there's not enough of them. They're not gonna get enough funds because there's not gonna be enough viewers that are gonna want to watch that. So let's stop trying to make the situation muddy. Let's just make it very plain and simple. Biological men compete against biological men. Biological women compete against biological women. That's the easiest solution. That's the only thing that makes sense. Let's not break our backs over this. Just, that's the way we got to do it.
I agree. All right, guys. With that being said, that's going to do it for this episode of the Outlier podcast. Thank you guys very much for all the support. We've been doing great on the views. I do...
Women barely get views in sports. Women barely get views in sports. Trans people, sports will go bankrupt. 100%, Lazardi. You gonna close this thing or what? I got places to be.
Anyways, you're fucking disgusting, bro.
Hey, listen, bro. You know how you say that when somebody hate on gay people so bad, there's something like that they're probably hiding? Like maybe they're gay themselves, or
No, I've never said that.
Really?
No, yeah, I've said that. But I
Right?
just I don't want...
that makes sense, right? Like if you hate on somebody so much, like there has to be something wrong with you that makes you claim to dislike them, right?
I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with
love
this.
feet.
I know where you're
bro.
going with this. No. So the reason I hate feet is because of my grandparents. My grandparents had the ugliest, nastiest feet you could imagine. And
What do you think I'm trying to do? I'm trying to take care of my feet.
well,
That's what I
don't
keep-
show me your fucked up fungus infected feet. That's disgusting.
It's not. There's no fungus on
Bro,
these bad boys.
you got a fucking layer of skin peeling off that shit.
That's just hardworking feet.
Hell
Listen,
no.
bro. My theory is that you're in love with feet. You got a foot fetish. You're
I
paying
think they're
for these.
disgusting. I've told you
feet
this before.
pictures.
I told you they're gross as shit. I hate feet. And it's because of my grandparents growing up. Anyways, guys. All right, let me close this out. Again, thank you guys so much for the support, for the comments, the likes, everything. I appreciate y'all. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. As always, his stuff is going to be in the description at The Comment Podcast. I'm featured in his episode this week. If you're interested on that, we talk about cyberbullying. Go over there and check it out. And yeah, anything else you want to add?
Yes, guys, I'm also streaming on Twitch about 4 days of the week. Go check that out. It's called Roger Reacts. So twitch.tv/Roger Reacts.
All right. With that being said, guys, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Later.